Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Studio Live today and Your Music Live. Although that is my music playing in the background. But this is the show all about your music, and we do it live, hence the name Your Music Live. If it's your first time here and you don't know what's going on, my name is Pete, and this is Studio Live today, where my goal is to help you create, record, and release your best music. And I do that through tips and tricks and tutorial videos and live streams just like this one. So we are live here on YouTube. I've got the high quality audio set up here today because we're going to be playing some songs that have been sent to me over the last couple of weeks. And if you have a song that you would like to have featured on a future episode of Your Music Live, you can email it to me. Just need to email to Pete. Oh, don't put the weird pause in the middle. Pete at studiolivetoday.com and put YML in the subject line. Give me a little bit of info. Let me know about your song or how you produced it or what it means to you or what you used in the home studio, because the whole point of this show is not just to listen to some cool tunes. That's part of it, but it's to listen and find out, is there something that I can provide, that the community here can provide, that's going to help that artist, help that creator make even better music? Or is there a technique or something that we hear in the song that we can share and we can learn from? It's a two-way learning street here on Your Music Live, and we want it to be a positive experience for everyone, for the listeners, for the contributors, and for me, because it's kind of my favorite part of the week at the moment. I'm enjoying doing this. I'm enjoying hearing what you folks are producing. Hello to the folks who are here live. Let's jump over to the chat and see who we've got. Oh yeah, is here. Michael Terry's here. We've got Scott. We've got SM Borthwick, BT48S. Hello. Tom Rochelle is here. Dan Marino, Jackal Sop. Bubba is here. Washburn, Case. Hello to you. Stu Cash is here. Jackal Sop, BN, Solrak, my buddy Carlito, Emilio. How are you all? Question there from Emilio. Can the tunes be covers? So here's the thing. I haven't in previous weeks because I was trying to keep this so that it didn't get blocked in any countries. But what I've realized over the last few weeks of doing this is that it's going to get copyright claims anyway, because people are releasing their music and I'm playing that music, which is totally cool. Like, I'm totally fine with that. But the thing about covers is that sometimes, some particular covers, the artists get so sort of aggressive with their protection that it blocks it, and I don't want the show to not be available to be watched in some places. So at the moment, I'm not doing covers, but I'm thinking I might loosen that a little bit and bring the covers in there as well. Hello, Wonderbev, good to have you here. Noah AG, the man. We've got Gertrude is here again, joining us from Norway. Love Buzz the band, hello, and Desolate Morning is here as well. Thank you all for being here. And thank you to Bubba, who has started the party. He says, let the party begin. He has thrown a super generous super chat my way. So thank you so much for that, Bubba. That really helps out. And a big thank you to everyone who supports me. Simply watching the channel here is a huge support. If you like the content, hitting the like button helps. Subscribing helps. Going to the website and using the gear guide helps, but if you do have the desire, then you can support the channel through a PayPal donation, through a super chat donation right here on YouTube, or becoming a patron over at patreon.com/PeteJohns. Hello to Josh Gates, who has jumped in here as well. We better get the show on the road because we've been running here already for a good 3.5 minutes. Better get some coffee into me to make sure that we're ready to go. For many of you, it will be a Friday evening, Friday night. If you're in the UK and Europe, it'll be Friday night. Friday evening for those in the US, or afternoon even if you're over on the West Coast. And it is a Saturday morning. So our weekend has really started here for those like me here in good old Australia. Now, in true me style, I've lost the page where I have, there I are. I couldn't find the page where I had all of my emails. I've done a little bit of vetting this week just to make sure that no one's trolling Pete and just playing a whole bunch of swear words or anything like that. I've realized that this show is going to be pretty raw. I'm not going to be able to have the level of control that sometimes I like to have. So we're just going to roll with it. If the occasional F-bomb or other thing slips through, I'm not 100% sure of what's in all of these songs. So just a word of warning there that unlike pretty much all the other content here on Studio Live today, which is very much PG-13, this one might slip into the M-rated 15 plus kind of range at some stage. So just a fair warning there if you're of the sensitive type. But Most of you are probably going to be fine. Let's jump in here and start off. Now, we're going to start with a tune from my buddy Daniel. Daniel goes by the name Mobile Metal, and in fact, I've interviewed Daniel on the show here before as part of my it already started as part of my creator series. So if you want to check that one out, just search for the creator series. If I can during this, I'll try to actually go and find the interview while we're listening to this tune. So this is a tune from Daniel from this year. It's from Mobile Metal, and it's called Lost Am I. Let's throw it up here and listen to Lost Am I by Mobile Metal here on Your Music Live. If you weren't awake, you are now. There you go. That is Lost I Am. Some metal to get us started here. And yeah, we're going to go through, we've got a lot of different genres that folks produce around here. A lot of folks producing some harder rock and some metal. We got pop, we got funk, we got soul, we got hip hop, we got beats, we got everything. And that is the beautiful part of music, is that it is everything and it is subjective, and you can like what you like. You don't have to like what you don't like. But I think, yeah, you can agree that it takes a lot of skill and a lot of talent to put together a metal track like that. Now, I was fiddling around, so I wasn't listening as intently as I probably should have, and I have heard a lot of Daniel's stuff before, so I do really enjoy it. Give it a like here on the YouTube channel. So yeah, definitely check out Mobile Metal and all of the other tunes that Daniel puts out there on his channel. Daniel's a good supporter of the channel here as well, and has been around the channel for a long time. But what did you think of that? Let us know in the chat here. Let us know in the comments. I'm just jumping around here because I'm trying to find everything that I have brought up here. I'm just closing a few windows. Again, I try to be more organized with this show, but sometimes it just doesn't quite roll that way. Stu Cash says skills. Love Buzzer Band sounding great. Desolate Morning, Scott, Bubba are all throwing the horns. Yes, rocking out to that one. Vocals are very good. Guitar production very good. James Orell, hello to you. Good to have you here. 6-string drummer. I bring up the guitars just a bit. Yeah, could have a little bit thicker guitar sound. Get a bit more of a wall of guitars. Dan Marino, pretty cool. Soul Rack, I like the guitar and the drums. Very good. Rockstar 1958 says he loved that. Love it indeed. Yeah, and SM Borthwick says, what a great start to the show. Yeah, I figured it was coincidental that happened to be the track that that we were up to. But I did think, I'm like, yeah, I'll bring in some metal. So I'll bring in a metal track to start with. I'll put the I'm just going to put this here, Mobile Metal with Lost I Am. I usually try to do the timestamps, but I get the timing so wrong every week that I'm just going to put the tracks in order with their links down below, because otherwise I'm going to get super distracted trying to work out what the time is for each one. I need a producer. Anyone want to intern here at Studio Live today and be my producer? Just watch the show and note down the start time of each track and the link. That'd be awesome. I'm only slightly joking, by the way. That would be so cool. All right, let's see. And maybe I could even give you a free app or something. to it. I don't have a lot to give away. Maybe a T-shirt. I've just released a new T-shirt. Maybe that'd be a cool incentive for someone that wants to help me out and produce a show. Let's jump into our next song here because we got a heap to get through and not a lot of time to do it. So let's take a listen to ABBA, who sent me some information here. It says my name is ABBA and I'm an Egyptian and I'm currently living in Turkey. I made this song. It's rock symphony or symphony metal idea kind of thing. Can't tell you exactly what genre is, but I just play what I feel. Well, let's just take a listen to it. We get a lot more information here, but why don't we jump in and take a listen to this track, and then we can come back around afterwards and see what else ABBA had to say if we need to. Again, we're opening it up in YouTube here. It does its crazy autoplay thing, which I don't like. I complain about it every week. It wouldn't be a show without it. Let's turn up the volume here. Let's take a listen to ABBA with their fitting song, Coronavirus War, here on Your Music Live.
Children's dies, why we keep telling our lies as long as we live, why we can't be one hand, stop the war over all the lands, live together, we are not insects, enjoy the life.
Very cool indeed. There it is, ABBA. With Coronavirus War. I love a good video production like that goes along with the song that really sort of draws you in. I've said this on previous shows that the music is great, music is powerful, and then if you can add some imagery, especially if it's got you in it, if you are part of the video, I just find that super, super cool. So very, very well done. I think you're right. I couldn't put a genre on that. Yeah, symphonic rock, metal, but really, really good. Liked the guitar. The combination of the acoustic and the electric guitar in there was very, very cool. Again, the imagery was very cool. The vocals were cool. I think I would have liked to hear, it almost seemed like in the chorus there that it was holding back a little bit. I would have loved to just like, some really yell. Like it's a topic you're very passionate about, and I just wanted to hear just a little bit more emotion in that chorus. That was probably my only comment on that. It just was a little thin on the vocals, or maybe you could double that vocal. It's another cool technique you can use if you want to get a little bit more power, a little bit more thickness in your vocal in the chorus or something like that. Adding a second exact vocal of the same thing can actually work really well. So very, very cool. Thank you for sharing that one. I've got that in the list here. So that's all cool. We'll come back over and see what the wonderful folks here that are live have got to say about this one. Rockstar1958 says 2 for 2. Yes, I dig it, says Darren Daniluk. Tom Rochelle, this is fantastic. I saw this one on the Facebook group recently. Powerful and important message. James Orell says reminds me of a Metallica or Iron Maiden fusion, but with a unique twist. Don't usually hear the piano in this genre. Well done. Absolutely. Emilio likes it. Maramind Entertainment, this is totally cool. What a fantastic idea. Love this guy. Brilliant. SM Borthwick, he could do with a bit angrier on the vocals in the chorus, but nice track. Yeah, so SM Borthwick agreeing with me there that I think it could just just a really angry vocal would really work well. Bubba says, nice package, a kind of a Scorps feel. Yeah, a little bit. Ben Prague, good message. Emilio, yep, very cool. And Solrak says, yeah, a little, sing a little louder with power. Yeah, I agree. So I think that and this is the beautiful thing, all of the basics are there. All the fundamentals are there. I think there's just a few little good ideas. Maybe double up that vocal in the chorus. Maybe just really push it out. I don't know what it's like. You're probably in a home studio. I talk about this a lot. We're here in these home studios. You got people there and there and there. It can be hard to just, sit back and wail out some vocals. You kind of feel a bit silly sometimes, but sometimes you just got to do it. You just got to get it done, right? Yeah. Alrighty, let's move on and see what else we got. This is, like I said, I've listened to a few little bits of some of these songs, but not a whole lot of any of them. So we're going to get some different stuff in here, and yeah, that's fine. That's the way we roll. Alrighty, let's have a look. Here we got a repeat visitor here. So you may have recalled that Nick Hamby shared a song called "Careless Butterflies," and this time he's sharing another track here, which is called "Drifting on the Window Seat." He says this is about a girl/woman sitting. Hang on, let me just read this properly. Use your words, Pete. Girl or woman sitting, drifting through memories because she was left her unable to comfortably enjoy life in the flesh. Many people like this. This one's an acoustic guitar, and my first effort in 3/4 time. There you go. So we might be dropping it down a notch. Sounds like we've got a 3/4 time tune here from Nick Hornby. This is called Drifting, Sitting on the Window Seat. And let's bring this up on the screen here and hit the play button. And this is Nick Hornby here on Your Music Live.
Sitting up on the window seat, pull my legs against my chest, not feeling comfortably safe right now, looking at the darkened street below. Drift out on sips of old Pernod amongst the darkening trees. I know clearer than looking through this window. I'm looking at life through my own Picasso. Slip back into my own small space, safely screened from the human race. Thus I know will hide my face, but only in darkness can I feel safe. I feel again my legs with my chest.
Very cool. I love a 3/4 or a 6/8 time. There's something about those tunes that just make them, I don't know, it gives them a little bit more meaning when you've got that. It's sort of that walking along, that trudgery. If you've got something that's telling a story, it kind of kicks it along like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. That's sort of more like a march, but like a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Like that 3/4 beat is kind of cool. Excuse me, getting all choked up about it. So yeah, really enjoyed that. I like the simple arrangement there. Like the chord progression. That was really good chord progression. I really love that the minor chord that resolves to the major chord. I use that a lot in an E minor, like just that one little shift of that one finger from an E minor to an E major. I just love that in a chord progression. It just builds up so nicely, just builds that suspense in a song like this one. So very well done. Great job there from Nick Hamby. I think I said your name wrong about 3 times as we were talking there. Nice track, fella, says Stu Cash. Scott says, well done. Acoustic songs, nice vocals. James says, I like the 3/4 time signature. Kind of gives you the feeling of drifting. Yeah, so James agrees with me on that one. I like the panning for the little licks as well. See, I didn't even notice that. So there you go. There was some panning in there by the sounds of it. Tom Rochelle, little slap back delay on the mix on this one. That's good for this kind of stripped down track. Yeah, so that is good. You can use a very short delay called a slap back delay, which is where you just put your delay out just a few milliseconds, and it's what the Beatles use that a lot. It's that sort of like, it's not an echo like a ba 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 ba. It's just like a ba 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 That was really badly demonstrated, Pete. You know what I mean. Patrick Chandler, hello to you. Don't think I've said g'day. Nice one there. Agree. Dan Marino says, sounds like George Harrison. Some Roy Orbison guitar like Clapton. Bubba says, I liked the Bacardi third, the E minor to E turnaround at the end of the chorus. So, yeah, also a fan of that, as was I. And Gertrude says, well done, Nick. 3/4 is catching me nicely. Yeah, agree. All good stuff, all good opinions. Thank you for sharing that one, Nick. And let's move on. We got a heap of songs, so we got to get moving. I spent last couple of shows, I spent too much time sort of just waxing poetic about everyone's tracks and didn't actually get to enough of the tunes. Here's a bit of a mystery one. Don't have any context on this one, but this is from Ricky Huggins. Hello to you, Ricky Huggins. If you're watching this, if you're live or on the replay, this is a tune called "I Wanna Know," and yeah, we're gonna. It's again. YouTube has gotten excited and opened it. Didn't want you to open there, YouTube. Let's come into a fresh tab and hit the pause button and go to full screen because you need a commentary of exactly what I'm doing. Actually swap to the desktop this time and hit play on this one. This is a track called "I Wanna Know" by Jase Cage here on Your Music Live.
Sincerely nice and she's a wonderful girl. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They told me she is the one and I must give her my world. Go, go, go. I wanna fight for her love for me. I wanna chase to show her she's my queen. I wanna bake cherry pie whipped cream. I'm just a fool on my knees. I wanna know why you love me. Tell me, please. I wanna know what you're thinking, what you see. I wanna know, do you really want to be? I wanna know, oh, I wanna know. I wanna know if you feel it when I sing. I wanna know, do you love me without things? I wanna know, am I really in your dreams? I wanna know, oh, I wanna know. Just a little too.
Anyone else worried that they're going to be walking around for the rest of the day just singing, I want to know? I know I am. Well, maybe because I've got another like 15 songs to listen to. Maybe I won't. But wow, that was so cool. What a groovy, funky, just fun jam that we had there. Jase Cage with "I Wanna Know." That had, to me, it had a bit of an 80s vibe, but then it had a bit of a 90s vibe in the guitar riff. It was a bit pop. It was a bit rock. Yeah, definitely like a bit of a summer jam, sing-along kind of thing. Yeah, the production was good, really well balanced. I like the guitar riff. I'm a sucker for an octave guitar riff, that boom, 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 bit the My Sharona kind of style there. Yeah, so that was good. Drums and bass were just nicely in there, nothing overpowering. Vocals, really nice production on that. So sounded like just the right amount of either reverb or delay on there just to make them pop along there. And yeah, just came together well. It's a sort of song that you'd hear that on the radio. I think the biggest compliment you can say is, especially for us in home studio and home recording, is not that you need to. We're not trying to be like professionals, because I think music is music, and it can be all ranges, and it doesn't have to be all this polished sort of pop stuff. But when you're going for that sort of sound and you pull it off, it's really cool. Again, you could listen to a pop song on the radio today, or a song from like an old 80s or 90s station, and then that, and you go, who was this by? Like, was that a Strokes song? Was that a Hives tune? I don't know. It sounded cool. I enjoyed it. What did the folks here live have to say? Soulrack said the vocals are good, but needs to bring the beat up a bit, and the vocals are down, and the reverb has to bring it down. So yeah, so some advice there, which is cool. Tono says nice kind of power pop. It could be in Scott Pilgrim. Yeah, there you go. SM Borthwick says simple but effective pop song. Yep. Absolutely. Bruce Toledo says, do you play songs with curse words in them? I try not to. I mean, if it's like the one S or the one F bomb in there, then that's not so bad. And I don't sort of steer away from that, as I said at the start. But if it's a song that just has a lot of expletives, yeah, the YouTube bosses that control the world, they don't like that a whole lot. I put this out there as something for everyone. So I could put it as an adults only stream, but that just does limit it, and I want this to be for everyone. So hopefully that helps out. Bubba says earworm, as Pete calls it. Yeah, definitely an earworm on that one. Tom Rochelle says, I wouldn't have so much reverb on the vocals. Sound a bit too high in the mix. Good energetic tune though. So this is why it's really cool to have you folks here live helping me listen to these tunes, because I historically mix my vocals too loud and probably put a little bit too much reverb on them. So I say, hey, that sounds good. And other folks are like, well, maybe just dial down the volume and the reverb on the vocals a little bit. And again, it's probably a good thing, because as James says, that kick sounds massive, really keeps you nodding to the beat. So upbeat, can't help but smile listening to that chorus. Yeah, I agree. And maybe that's what folks are saying. Maybe just bringing the vocals down a little bit and bringing the beat up a little bit in the mix is going to make it really pump through and really hear that. Excellent stuff. Let us continue on. So Bruce says, gotcha, could someone link the email, please? Yeah, so if someone can, because I'm a bit tied up here with all the screens flying around, but all you need to do is email me. It's pretty easy, pete@studiolivetoday.com. The key thing is to put YML in the subject line. That way my little robot there in Gmail will grab it, will fold it over into the right folder. So that I can review it on a future show. We are totally full up for this show, so just so you know, yeah, we've reached our quota and then some. We're about 2 weeks behind. I said last week I probably need to do a midweek show just to get caught up on some of these tunes. Excuse me. Alrighty. Righty. Now, Stu Cash is someone that we heard from in the very first episode of Your Music Live. It was one of the premiere episode folks, and he shared another tune here. If you remember his first tune, very cool video. So, you've set the bar super high here, Stu. Absolutely no pressure, but you're going to have to hit it out of the park. No, not really. But yeah, we want to listen to this one. This is a newer tune from Stu Cash. Stu Cash is his name that he goes by. It's called Roll Me Over, and we're going to throw up the fader here and listen to it live on Your Music Live.
It's easy to know what's wrong or right. It's easy to blend in out of sight.
We're going to give the courtesy of starting this one again, because clearly there's some issues there. We'll just bring that over here. I'm just going to I'll pop back over here. Let's just see if I can clear up some space here and make sure that there's nothing running that doesn't need to be here, and that we're not getting those glitchy playbacks. We haven't had this in previous weeks. It's been working well, but I haven't rebooted my computer in a while. And you Windows users know that if you haven't done a reboot in a while, it can be a little bit iffy when you're trying to play music. So we're going to come back and try and play this one again. I'm going to put this in its very own tab and put it over here, and hopefully if we play it again now, we're going to get a little bit more success with this one. I did notice a bit of glitching in the last one, and I want to make sure we give the right vibe to these cool tunes. So we'll bring that one back to the start. We've still got the volume up, which is cool. Let's try this again. Take 2 for Stu Cash, Roll Me Over.
To know what's wrong or right. It's easy to blend in out of sight. It's easy to flow when you come and go. You never say take it slow. You make me choke when you squeeze me tight, but now I can see the light.
I was about to bring it down, and then I realized that we're about to kick into a chorus, and I'm like, how bad would that be to do that? So there you go. Yes, much better to actually be able to hear. I think problem there is that Stu produces such cool videos that it really pushes my machine to its limits with all of his cool HD shenanigans there. Really cool. I saw some comments there, a bit of a Who vibe, Pete Townsend going on there. Yeah, I can definitely hear that. What else have we got from the folks here? He looks somewhat like Pete Townsend. There you go. But yeah, a bit of a Who vibe there, a bit Brit pop, I think. I heard some Oasis and some Blur influences in there, maybe a bit Arctic Monkeys, maybe not quite as aggressive as Arctic Monkeys, but yeah, I really like that. It just made me think again. You get a free kick when you're producing that sort of music because it's the sort of music that I listen to. Someone's asking here, do you like hip hop? I do like hip hop, but it's not my favorite genre. Like, it's not what I choose to listen to. But I do listen to quite a bit of hip-hop, especially Australian hip-hop. There's a band that I love called the Hilltop Hoods. If you're an Australian, you'll know them. If you're not, you should check them out. They're very cool. They're from Adelaide. Let's see what other folks had to say. We've got James Orell says, good song. I would possibly change the drum kit up to give the snare some oomph, but that is a personal preference. The guitars sound great, and the close vocal harmonies are great. Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, yeah, says, I hear Oasis. Dan Marino, Seahorses. Solrak says, I love the drums and the electric guitar. Also, the electric guitar solo was good in the mix down as well. Bubba says, I got a North England seal out of this tune, especially with that dronish bagpipe like guitar part. Very nice. Yeah, it's who was anyway, we don't need to compare bands because it's not about saying what band is this person sounding like, but yeah, definitely a lot of the influences that Stu, I think Stu, you and I were probably spinning very similar CDs back in the 90s, let's just put it that way, because yeah, that's the sort of music that I definitely get into and can really dig and enjoy. Now I've realized that I haven't put that in the description here, so hold the line for a moment while I make sure that we keep up to date here. Last week I put all these in beforehand, and then I realized that people just jumped ahead, which is fine, you're allowed to, but people just jumped ahead and looked at everything that was on the show, and I'm like, what's the fun of that? You're spoiling the fun. Let's just grab this link from Stu, we'll throw that in the description, and we'll be good to go. Righty dokie. Now let's find our next track. Here we go. So this one is from we'll just close that one. This one's from Ben. Ben Hope says, hi Pete, been watching your videos for some time now. I'm an 18-year-old artist from the southwest of the UK. A lot of UK. Shout out to my UK friends out there. Recently put some music into streaming platforms. Just finished watching a live stream where you listen to people's music, and I was hoping you could have a listen to my song Girl on your next stream. Well, this was probably 3 streams ago, but yes, I will. Yes, we will. Let me just open this one up in a new window here. Now, this is going to be a Spotify link, so this might make life a little bit easier because it won't be streaming a whole lot. It won't be pushing my computer to its limits by playing video. Not the video's a bad thing. Like I said, I love it. I love when we've got a good video to go along. But we'll jump in here with the Spotify track. This is Ben C. Hope and his tune called Girl.
Falling off the wagon, and your footprints are dragging. No way you're gonna walk this way tonight. Whoa, girl, it takes a bit of practice for you to stay on axis. There's no way you're gonna make it home tonight. I know they like the way you talk, they like the things you wear, and I don't care. I know you say, and that's okay. I'm gonna make you mine. What have you been dreaming? Your confidence is peaking. The way you're gonna make it home.
Ben C. Hope with Girl. How cool was that? How unexpected was that little guitar part in there? It's I like this sort of stuff. I mean, what sort of vibe am I getting from that? I mean, Ed Sheeran is the obvious one. I can't help it. Like a lot of Ed Sheeran's more recent stuff, sort of the more poppy, the less acousticy stuff along that line. But what a nicely produced track. Simple beat, simple bass line. Bringing that guitar in, boy, yeah, that's the stuff. Probably could have even brought that in a little bit harder. Like it was great to have it in there, but it was almost a little bit soft. And yeah, you could have had a little bit more contrast there with just a bit of just bringing it in there. Vocals on point, really nice, really smooth, not overproduced in my opinion. So not a whole heap of delay and reverb on there, just simple, intimate kind of vocal, nice and smooth, really well recorded, really well produced. Would love to hear more. Ben sent me a longer email there, so I'm going to dive into that and find out more. Hopefully he shares all of his production techniques that we can that I can then use and pass on to the community here. But very, very cool. I just need to make sure we've got the links here that I can throw in. Oops. I closed it, and Spotify, when you close it, does a weird thing where it just like it's like the world ends and the whole screen went blank, and I'm like, oh, did I just close out of everything? No, it was okay. We're still here. It's always a juggling act on these shows because I've got so many different windows going on and so many things that yeah. Again, I need a producer. I need to get my daughter up to speed, and she can like start producing my shows. She's 10, that's okay, yeah. Child labour laws. Alrighty, let's have a look at what folks here that are live here have to say. Oh yeah, says guitar is nicely shredded. Stu Cash, love the guitar sliding in. Yeah, totally. Bubba says nice slow build and bam. Yep. SM Borthwick, I thought that was good, but the guitar made it great. Yeah, absolutely. Gertrude says cool. Was that one for me? I think I'm the only girl here. We do have a fairly low representation of females, Gertrude. So yeah, you may well be at least the only one that is commenting here, that's actively commenting. So yes, I like that. Bubba says indeed. Soul Rack, I like the beat and the bass and the mix down. It almost sounds like a beat that you listen to when you're on hold with Apple support. I've never actually called Apple support, so I can't deny or agree with that one, but I'll take your word for it, Solrak. Tom Rochelle, very nice groove, and yeah, says I'm going to sign up to Patreon tomorrow, and I can't wait for you to hear my tracks. Absolutely. Like you don't have to support me on Patreon for me to hear your tracks. So if you've sent them, they're probably in the queue. As you can see and as you can hear, we've got a bunch of tracks that we're getting through. But I will not stop anyone who wants to. In fact, a bunch of you have joined up on the Patreon page in the last 2 weeks. So thank you. If you are one of those people, I really do appreciate it. It does help me continue doing these things. So a lot of the things I do on here on the channel are to support you and your music. So this stream, for instance, because I'm playing other people's music, it's not monetized, so any of the advertising that you see in and around this show goes to the original songwriters, because yeah, there's a copyright claim gets put on videos like this, and then it goes. So any cover songs or anything you do like that on YouTube, just behind the scenes stuff, if I do an original song or if I do a tutorial, then there's advertising revenue, and that's what supports a lot of the channel here. When I do a show like this, it doesn't have advertising revenue that goes to me. It goes back to the original songwriters. So there you go. I give a little back to the folks that are releasing music and sharing it here. But it does mean that I do rely on wonderful folks like Bubba, folks that support me on Patreon, and those that donate to the channel to keep the lights on and to keep things going on around here. So thank you, everyone, for all your wonderful support. Let's move on. That was Ben C. Hope. Who have we got next? We've got a tune here. Now, we don't have... I just need to download this one because it's just been sent through as an M4A file, which is totally fine. In fact, my computer's definitely going to be able to play it. So it won't have the issues that we had before with any sort of buffering that we had with poor Stu's track the first time around. We got there in the end with that track, but it was definitely a little bit buffery the first time around. Let's open this one up. This is from Scott Shorr, who's been in touch with me. We've had a few emails back and forth, and then he's shared a tune with me. So the tune he's shared here is called Karma Seas. He says, yeah, would be honoured if you include it in one of your shows. As always, thanks for your hard work and inspiring videos. Well, no problem at all, Scott. We're just going to open this one up Open with, where's my VLC player? Anyone else use VLC player? It's my go-to media player here in Windows. At least it does the job. It's auto playing though. After I give you a compliment, VLC player, you're not supposed to do that to me. All right, let's turn this one up. This is Scott Shorr with his tune Karma Seas here on Your Music Live.
Setting sail for the ocean, riding on this choppy sea, looking for calmer water to sail this ship to comfort me. Feel the chill in the air, the cold wind cuts the sail's frayed rope, waiting on warmer weather, a glimpse of sunshine, a ray of hope. There's a storm on the horizon, blowing south and westerly, changing course, a new direction, searching for calmer seas.
There you go. Scott Shorr, Karma Seas. Very nice, very subtle arrangement. Obviously, I have heard this one before because Scott did send me the audio file, so I took a listen when it first came through. Yeah, just nice, simple arrangement there. You got some bit of Simon and Garfunkel kind of folk vibe there. Very nice, very laid back. Like the string, the simple string part coming in there over the top of the acoustic guitar. Production-wise, I know from chatting with Scott, he's sort of getting his head around this whole garage band thing and producing. But I think you're definitely on your way there. Just the production on the vocals, very simple. Again, it's got that nice sort of echoey vibe. Like it does. You could say it sounds a bit thin, but I think that's the sort of vibe that's like remember, think of Paul Simon vocals. Yeah, they sounded like that. They're just having that nice sort of very trebly reverberant sound in there to just make it kind of airy and spacey kind of feel. So really did enjoy that one. Let's see what the folks here had to say. Tono says the cello could be louder and brighter, but yeah, absolutely. James Orell says simple, calm, very calming, simple and effective. I hear Simon and Garfunkel. Yep. I don't like to compare people to artists, but that's what I heard. Yeah, and same. Like I don't like to just go, that sounds like Oasis. You sound like Simon and Garfunkel. You sound like The Who. But it's testament to the fact that it's good music, because there is nothing wrong with sounding like an artist that produces music that sold millions of copies and made lots and lots of people happy. Like that's actually a good thing. So whenever someone says to me, "Oh, you wrote that song, that sounds just like that song by UMI," I'm like, awesome, I love UMI. They're one of my favorite bands. I feel very happy now. Or your last song sounds just like Ben Folds. I'm like, my piano part sounded like a Ben Folds piano part. That's awesome. Anyway, yeah, says it's nice and mellow. Yep, definitely. SM Borthwick says lovely song. I think I've listened to the whole album. Oh, there you go. Very, very cool. Paul's travels, recipes, and reviews sounds like a 70s road trip through America. Yeah, totally. It really could be. It could be in a 70s road trip film for sure. Righty dokie. Let's continue on. Paul's travels, recipes, reviews. I bought a t-shirt today to help things along. I love this YouTube channel. Thank you so much, Paul. Really appreciate that. Yeah, I've got the I'm not wearing it today. I don't think so. No, not under the hockey jersey. I've got the Classic Studio Live Today logo t-shirt, but I designed a rainbow logo t-shirt for this month. I'm a bit late to the whole Pride Month thing, but I thought better late than never. But it actually looks pretty cool. So if you go to studiolivetoday.com/merch, you can pick up either the original logo t-shirt, which I think is about $17 US, and I've made the rainbow one $20 US. So I keep everything there. I think the only thing over $20 is the hoodies, but you can get yourself a mug, which I don't even have. I'm not even rocking my own mug. That's terrible. But you can get yourself a t-shirt, a mug, or a hoodie over at studiolivetoday.com/merch. So thank you, Paul, for doing that. Solrak says, pretty cool. On the second part of the chorus, you could bring up the soft violin or strings in a chord way. But the mix down is really good, and the guitars are good too. Absolutely. And MW King, thank you for being here as well. And Beast TV, thank you for being here as well. Righty dokie, let's continue on, shall we? We got a heap more to get through now. Did I update there? I did. I put Scott Shorr's album song in there. Thank you for being here, by the way. If you're getting value out of this one, if you're enjoying yourself, if you're liking the music, you can hit the like button. That just tells me that I should keep doing these shows. And come back and do it again next week. If you do have a song to share, email it to pete@studiolivetoday.com with YML in the subject line. And I can't guarantee that it'll be on, definitely won't be on this week's show. But yes, as I say, we're working our way through and getting there in terms of playing all of the great music that's been shared with me. Again, it's a nice problem to have that so many folks want to share so many songs with me that I can't keep up. Speaking of songs that have been shared with me, why don't we listen to Rabbit with a tune called Funky Sandwich. I'm intrigued. Are you intrigued? I'm already hooked. Rabbit, Funky Sandwich, I'm in. Let's take a listen now. Rabbit, Funky Sandwich on Your Music Live. As far as sandwiches go, that's got to be the funkiest. There you go. What a cool jam that one was. Like, when you kick off with a beat like that, it's, again, I think James was saying about a different track. It's got that head bobbing beat. Like, you can't help but bob your head to that bass drum or kick drum, as folks like to call it. A bit of an 808 or 909 sound, I think, there on the bass and on the kick, bringing it in. And then the balance of that treble. Like, I love that it's called Funky Sandwich because I like the spectrum on this one. So you had the mid-range sounds in there doing sort of the lead stuff. You had them up the top there, and then you had this kick and bass. And that's a really good example. Sometimes you hear people produce tracks and it's all bass. They're just like, I'm going to put a kick and then a second kick and then a bunch of 808 bass, and it's just too bass heavy. They don't add enough treble instruments. Same can happen the other way. People add a whole bunch of loops and treble sounds and chords and pads, but the bass just doesn't kick through. Love it when something is balanced out like that and manages to tick all the boxes, or at least most of the boxes there as well. Let's have a look here. Tom Rochelle says, really like the beat and the record scratches. I know, the Funky Sandwich, very nice. Piano could be a little quieter, says Tono. Yeah, perhaps. A good feedback there. Oh, yeah, maybe you could add some wah-wah guitar. Yeah, I think Kurt Hammett would agree. Yeah, you could just go bit like that. You see, you don't need wah-wah. You just need me to sing some wah-wah. Oh, dear. James Orrell, got to go. No problem, my friend. I know it is late for folks in the UK and Europe, so thank you for being here. If you want to catch up with the rest, you can, of course, on the replay if you missed the rest of the show live. Tom Rochelle, sorry, just said that. Cool. Excellent. I'll just see. I don't think there's anyone else who's got anything else. If you do have more feedback about the songs we're listening to, definitely throw them down in the chat here as well. MW King, how do I send a song? You email me, pete@studiolivetoday.com. Put YML in the subject, and then I will be able to see your tune, and it will go into the right folder here in Google in my Gmail. So speaking of Google and my Gmail, let me just check that I actually put that one here. I did. I put that in there. I've got to do 101 things at once. That's why I do this in the morning when I'm like right on the ball. Because if I wait till the end of the day, I'm no good. All right, let's come in here and take a listen to another tune, shall we? We'll bring this one up. This is from ABBA. Oh, it's done that Spotify thing again, where it looks like the world's ended. You close out of Spotify and it just goes blank screen. You'll see nothing. Let's take a listen to this one. This is AMAB. We've got a SoundCloud link here. It says, I use FL Studio to create this beat and ask my friend to do the vocals. Excellent. We love a good collaboration. You don't have to do it all yourself. Collaborate. That's the best way to get the best sound. What is it? The sum of the parts are better than the whole of the one of the thing. Yeah, you're like, yeah, Pete, well done. You did really well with that one. All right, let's copy this one. So this is AMAB, a tune called Adore. It does say that there's some parental advisory on some specific lyrics in this one. I didn't hear anything too bad when I did the preview, but just in case you have the sensitive ears, maybe you tune out for the next minute or so. But this is AMAB with Adore.
You wanted more, I told you no more Gucci, now you begging on the floor. You're not the same girl I met, I liked you before. Only in it for the money, now I gotta close the door. You want a second chance, but I can't take it anymore. It's not a second chance, there were millions before. I could've got you everything, designer galore. But you took advantage of me, I cannot ignore. I can't believe you do this, you're the one that I adore. Girl, you really hurt me, really did me dirty. Playing with my heart now, you was just a shirt thief. You really got me with the flirting, hypnotized me, burned in my brain. You took control, now I'll never be the same.
Very nice. Very nicely produced. I don't know if it sounds familiar. Maybe I played it on a previous show. I can't actually recall if I did, but I like. I remember saying this about another track. It may have been this or a different one. I like the bass when you've got the bass there, like the 808 bass, and where it's actually moving around, boom, 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 boom. Like a lot of the time, people put the bass and the kick in a beat like this, and yeah, the actual bass, it's not moving around enough for my liking. Like I know that's kind of the new style for a lot of music, is to kind of keep it all on the same chord all the way through. But I like that because you got that movement that just makes it interesting. Vocals, well produced, well recorded. Yeah, again, it's the sort of thing that you just listen to that and you're like, yeah, that's just what you hear. Like that's a well produced song, well produced rap and hip hop beat. So yeah, very nicely done. Very good stuff. We'll jump over here live. Tom Rochelle says, got those tuned 808 kicks. Yeah, the dum, 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 dum. Very cool. Stu Cash says, really pro, like this. Yes, absolutely. Nico War, can I write my email address? So it's just Pete, P-E-T-E, at studiolivetoday.com. So all exactly as it sounds. Sorry, I've got too many screens here to actually write stuff. Let's see. I got a question. Yes, it's not my type of music, but very good for people who like that genre. Yeah, and look, I've admitted to this in the past. I don't like every type of genre. I do like hip hop and rap, but I don't love it. I happen to love alternative rock and folk and the singer-songwriter stuff. So I've said it, you're going to get a free kick if you're producing the sort of music I like. But that's the beautiful part of having everyone here in the community able to all contribute and to pass on their views. We've got Zelda N64 fan. How often do you do these series? Just once a week, every Friday at the moment. Yeah. So at the moment, we're doing them every Friday, Friday evening, Friday night for most folks, and Saturday morning here in Australia. So yeah, I'm sort of trying to find my groove with this. I've been doing this for 4 weeks now and been enjoying it, and we'll keep doing it as long as people seem to be getting value out of it. So thank you. So M Ancient said, I won't share any of my stuff. Too many of us professional musicians use every opportunity to share their work. I just wanted to show my gratitude. Oh, well, thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate you being here and sharing. But yes, if you do want to share your song, you can. If you don't want to, that's totally cool too. Like again, the whole create, record, release that I talk about here on the channel is about sharing your music, but it doesn't have to be. You don't have to share all the time everywhere. In fact, yeah, definitely, please don't be the type that's going to share, that's going to go onto all the groups. Like I'm the admin on a few groups on Facebook in particular, and there's a number of folks who seem to just join every music related group, come in, post their link to their SoundCloud, put 100, fire, 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 check out my beat, it's lit, and then just walk away. That is the easiest way to get really, to get people pissed off and not listen to your music and outwardly dislike you for just coming and spamming. Join the right communities, become part of those communities, comment on other people's tunes, have a two-way conversation. If you're trying to promote your music, unless you are big enough that people know your name and know what you're producing, there is just too much music being produced right now for anyone to spend any time just clicking a random link. If you give people information, here's how I did it, here's some interesting information that might help you, what's in it for them? What's in it for your listener? And again, you don't have to be that way. But if you do, the amount of people I see that want people to listen to their music, and they just go about it all completely the wrong way. They've got an ass around where they think that they should be the push, and that people are just going to magically go, random person with random song. Sure, I'll listen to that, and then I'll tell my record producer friend, and then you'll make all the money. Anyway, I think I've laboured that point well enough. Let's continue on, shall we? We got more music to get to here. On my list. Now, Tono, I know you are here in the chat, and we have got to your song. So this says, so Tono says, hello, this is the other song I have, an original, just like you told me. So I think, Tono, you shared a cover, and at the time I said, yeah, I'm not doing covers just now, but watch this space, and you can tell me, you can send me an original song if you've got one that you wanted to share. So that is what Tono has done. Let's bring this one up here. It's a YouTube video by the looks, so we're just going to pause that one, bring my emails back on across. Let's bring this one up. This is a Tono with Can Never Tell. I'll make sure I subscribe to your channel there and give you a like, just so that we can. I do that so that I can come back and find these later when I'm doing the review and updating anything. So let's jump in now and take a listen to this one. Tono, Can Never Tell. Very cool. What an interesting and eclectic arrangement and mix and sound. I really like a tune like that you just, like from the intro and the opening there, I literally had no idea where we were going. And that's a good thing, because it's just that song just sucks you in and just brings you along for this ride. And it's got a little that dunk 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 dunk. It's got almost like a Beatles kind of not Eleanor Rigby, but one of those sort of more upbeat, sort of jaunty kind of Beatles tunes. And then, the combination of the acoustic guitar, the bass kicking in there, the vocals it was weird. I was listening to some vocal lines and they sounded awesome. And then some of the vocal lines sound a little bit out of time and out of tune. So I think, again, it's just about practice and production and getting things sitting right and nice in the mix. Because, there were definitely parts in there where I'm like, yep, spot on, that sounds great. And then other parts where it just wasn't quite there. So I think it was just the delivery. So the delivery of the vocals. So, can never tell, like just really giving it that 100%. Because I think again, the type of vocals you're singing here are not the sort of vocals that you need to be like, all right, rock and roll. They're not that sort of vocal, obviously. It's definitely more of a laid back kind of feel, but I think you just need to find that balance between too laid back and therefore a little bit sloppy in parts and really getting up there, because you can do that casual, relaxed kind of vocal feel without it actually sounding like it's not on the beat or it's out of tune. So just work on that sort of stuff. But yeah, what a catchy tune. What a nice vibe. So yeah, very, very glad that you shared that one. And that you were able to share an original tune here on Your Music Live. Appreciate ya. What have we got here? We've got a thank you, a sticker here from M Ancient. Thank you for that. Appreciate you. If you do want to support the channel, you can use a super chat, the little dollar down there, $sign, that's for super chats and for super stickers that you can pop on here, and I'll make sure I do give you a shout out if you are kind enough to do that. Paul's Travels, Recipes and Reviews says, like this, it's kind of kooky and indie. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that. Dan Marino says, it's cool. Scott, so much talent out there. Nice work. Like all the sounds in there. Absolutely. Emilio says, sounds like Bob Dylan. In my opinion, vocals could be a smidge higher in the volume. Yeah, I think that, the vocals, bit of compression on the vocals, just bring those up in the mix a little bit, could be very cool. We've got Digital Analog Ham. Can I send you a link to play on here? You can. It won't be on this week's show because we've got a full quota, but you can email me, pete@studiolivetoday.com. Details in the description of this one. SM Borthwick, vocals may be a bit low, but nice, quirky song. Absolutely. Stu Cash says, that was wicked. Quality harmonies. Yep. Tono, who's here, says, thank you so much for putting my song in here. You're very, very welcome. Solrak says, it's pretty nice, just need to fix some stuff. I don't know if it's the timing of the guitars or the drums. I'm going to have to listen to it again on the replay. Absolutely. And Solrak has amazing ears for hearing the tone and the harmonies and the beat. So definitely listen to his opinions on that one. Tom Rochelle, I like this Tono. It's a bit weird, and that's a great thing. Maybe the vocals could be a teensy bit louder. I think we got consensus on that one, that the vocals should indeed be a little bit louder on that one. Just bring those up in the mix a little bit. Dan Marino, love the song. Yes, excellent. Nico Ma, following from the Czech Republic. Yeah, let me know where you're listening from here tonight, because it'd be pretty late in the Czech Republic, I'd imagine. It should be 11 midnight almost over there. It will be evening time in the UK as well. My American and Canadian friends, should be nice Friday afternoon tunes for you to be kicking back to. And for folks like me in Australia, it's early morning. It's brekkie time. We say brekkie. We just shorten everything. Breakfast is brekkie. Go to the pickies. Go see the footy. Well, not that you can see the footy at the moment, although there is football. Like, the sport is back. I won't get off on a big tangent and talk about the sports that I love and that we're going to. Obviously, I'm a hockey fan. Don't quite have hockey back yet, but we do have some AFL, some footy here in Australia. Anyway, let's continue on. Ian Brown, just dropping in for the first time. Thanks for your help earlier in the week. Yes, I do remember that you had some questions and you had some things you were working through. I remember your name at least. I have no idea what I helped you with, but you're welcome. Glad it worked. Righty-do. 7 p.m. in Brazil, where Tono is. Excellent. Emilio's listening from New Jersey, from Freehold, New Jersey. Ian's in the UK. Paul's in England as well. Thank you for being here. Bubba here says, not to compare, but I heard early Floyd. Yeah, very cool indeed. We better get moving, because where are we? We're at the hour mark. Probably got an hour and a half in me. I do these up to 2 hours, but it depends. I don't want to lose the voice. I got some music to record and to play and some things to do today, so I want to make sure I do preserve some of my voice for later. Did I put Tono in the link? I did. I was good. I managed to get that done. Let's come back here and go to our next tune, which is this one from, here we go. So this is from Jeff, I think, says, hello, I'm a beginning musician and your channel's tips helped me a lot in my journey. I finally made this song. I hope you like it. Well, we are going to find out. We're going to listen to this one. Let's bring up the YouTube link here. We'll open it in a new window and make sure we pause it and it doesn't play away. This is Didnt Scythe, and this is a tune called Communication by Didnt Scythe. Let's bring this up. We will full screen this sucker. We'll do our thing here. We will go to the desktop and let's take a listen to this one. This is by Communication by Didnt here on Your Music Live. Anyone else getting an uneasy feeling, but in a really good way from that tune? Again, I love a song that takes you on a journey. That kind of reminds me of we played the Utensils song from Jade Star last week, and yeah, it's a similar sort of vibe where you don't know where it's going. Like it just starts with that creepy do 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 do, and then it just goes into that nice wavering tones and sounds in there, and then comes back into that theme. So yeah, again, I can hear that. What does it say? Like a fun fair, like Dracula at the fun fair. I think someone said about the Utensils song. That one, I'm thinking like, yeah, you're walking through a deserted theme park and like just dark shadows around you, that sort of thing. So I love that. Some really cool atmospheric stuff going on there. So Didnt Scythe, thank you so much for sharing that and for making us all feel a little bit extra creepy here. On Your Music Live. Really like it. Very cool. Oh, yes, it's very lo-fi. Yeah. Scott, when music tells a story. Emilio says, I like the roads in the beginning. Yep, absolutely. Very, very cool. Emilio says, I'm a Rangers fan as well, Pete. Yes, let's go Rangers when we can again. Tom Rochelle says, really interesting, a little bit atmospheric, maybe free jazz. Yeah. And Paul's Travel says, I'd like to hear more of this artist. Yeah, as would I. I've now subscribed, so I'm going to have to go in and dig around. This is the cool thing. When I do this show, I subscribe to all these artists, and then it just means that when I've got some downtime, I'll just grab my phone when I'm out walking around, and I'll just go to my subscription feed. And if anyone that releases a new song, it'll just pop up on there. So when like a Stu Cash or someone that I've subscribed to recently released a new song, it just pops up and I could listen to it. And it's very, very cool. So thank you. Thank you for that, for sharing it. Here's some Kid A in it, says Tono. Yeah, a little bit Radiohead, isn't it? A bit of the experimental Radiohead stuff. Absolutely. Love me some Radiohead. 1,000 watts. Hello to you. Better late than never. Absolutely. La Ramal Music is here as from Argentina. Hello to you. Nico Mar, I'm in bed with my headphones on. There you go. Very, very cool. Where have we got other folks? I did ask where you were. We talked to a few folks. Who else have we got? We got Nico Mar it is midnight in the Czech Republic, so it is late there as well. Paul says, wife is watching RuPaul's Drag Race while I'm watching this. There you go. I won't put myself up against RuPaul and say who I'd rather watch, but yeah, I'm not a huge fan of any of those reality shows, to be perfectly honest. It's yeah. Anyway. Iridian's here from Chicago, Illinois. Excellent. Dan Marino is from Scotland, and yeah. If you're watching or listening in, let me know where you're from, and yeah, and hopefully you're enjoying this, getting some value. Once again, you can hit the like button. That tells me that I should keep doing these shows and sharing the very cool music produced by the community here on Studio Live today. Let's continue on, shall we? And let's find our next victim, tune that we're going to play here. Let's bring this one up. So this is from Joel Awad. Says, I'm 16 from Wales. This is the original rock song I made in GarageBand over the course of about 2 weeks. Some artists or bands that inspired me. Queen, Petra, The Beatles, and Motley Crue. I played all the instruments live myself. Very cool. Let's bring this on up. It's an MP3 file, so just bear with me. Hold the line a moment. Your call is important to us. I just need to download the MP3 file, and then we will play this one. So just waiting for the network to catch up and say, oh yeah. The problem is that my download drive it's an old spinning hard drive. Does anyone else have this problem where you ask it to do something and the drive has to spin up? Yeah, I think it's time for Pete to invest in an SSD. Become a Patreon. Go to patreon.com/PeteJohns. Help Pete buy an SSD for his aging Windows computer so that we don't have to wait for tunes anymore. Alrighty, let's bring this one up. We're going to bring up my VLC player. I don't know what VLC stands for. Anyone know what VLC stands for? I got no idea. We'll bring up VLC player. So this is called, this is Joel Awad, and he said it is finished. So it's already playing because VLC player got carried away. We will bring this one up and we will play this one. Joel Awad, and he said it is finished here on Your Music Live.
was lost in a world full of fear and misery. I had nothing and no one there to set me free. I was mingling with the devils from the depths of hell. They gave false witness and I was under his spell. But the Lord of Lords and the King of Kings set me free one day. He took me in his hands and under his wing and delivered me from hell. Many people weep and many people mourn, but that does not disprove the existence of the Lord. You can see my life a proof and you can try it out yourself and you can see this.
How cool is that? Joel Awad, and he said it is finished, and that is from a 16-year-old over there in Wales. We've got a real UK feel to the show here today. A lot of folks producing a lot of good stuff, and a lot of younger folk. We had an 18-year-old from the UK before, 16 years of age there. How cool is that? Very, very nicely produced track. You definitely heard all of those influences you mentioned. There was some Queen in there. There was some Motley Crue. Definitely a little bit of that old school rock sound in there. Like the guitar tones in there. The bass and the drums would like to have heard those a little bit fuller to complement the guitars. And the vocals, geez, I wish I could sing like that now, let alone when I was 16. So fantastic stuff. And again, I continue to be amazed, impressed, inspired by the quality of music that you folks are providing and are sharing here on this show. Very, very cool. Paul's Travel says, classic rock feel, impressive for a 16-year-old, could almost smell the patchouli oil. Tom Rochelle, really like the tonality of the vocals on this track. Absolutely. Very, very cool. 16 years old, no way. Well, that's what he tells me. I don't know why he'd need to, why he'd decide to lie. But Bubba says, wow, 16-year-old. Yeah, again, when I hear this sort of stuff, I'm like, it's like Cleggy, who's a 13-year-old that I had on my artist series a few weeks ago. You listen to their music now and you're like, my goodness, when they're 10 years older than that, what sort of things are they going to be producing then? With the level of experience and the amount of access to recording that folks have got these days. Not saying I'm jealous, I totally am, but I'm not saying that. But yeah, when I was hacking around as a 16-year-old on like an old tape deck and then trying to do multi-tracking by recording one tape deck onto another tape deck while playing along at the same time, literally the speaker of the tape deck onto the... Anyway, you don't need to hear that. But folks these days have access to all this stuff. So how good are the musicians? How good are the 20-somethings and 30-somethings going to be in 10 years' time if this is them now, right? Anyway, I think it's very, very cool. Nice one. We'll see if we've got any others. There we go. I'm scrolling down through here. Everyone's just super impressed. Touch of the Doors there, says Paul's Travels. Yeah, absolutely. SM Borthwick says, yeah, they teach the kids to sing in Wales. Yeah, again, we've had a few folks from Wales that are sharing a lot of stuff. Last week we had someone from Cornwall who had a song that was in, that they said, oh yeah, you've probably got Cornish roots. And I'm like, absolutely I do. But yeah, we've got a lot of folks in the UK. So it's a good thing because I was going to do this show a couple of hours later. But I realized, I'm like, oh, if I do it too late, folks in the UK, it's going to be like 1 o'clock in the morning. It's already pretty late for you. So thanks for hanging out if you're here. Righty dokie. Let's continue on here. Hello to everyone else who's in the chat, by the way. If I haven't said g'day to you, Ref Ally, thank you for being here. We've got Shahir, X Beats, thank you. We've got La Ramal Music, Ian Skeggs is here. Thank you, everyone. Noah AG, the man. Thank you for all being here today and sharing with us, sharing the joy, sharing the love here on Your Music Live. If you are new to the channel, you can head over to studiolivetoday.com. It sounds just as it's spelt, just as it sounds, and you can join up to the mailing list. You can check out the gear guide. You can check the back catalogue of more than 1,000 videos, all designed to help you create, record, and release your best music. So if you are producing music, especially on a mobile, especially in GarageBand, we've got a bunch of videos, tutorials to help you create your own music. But for now, we need to continue on because we've got a few more tracks to get through here today. How many have we got? Oh, I'm a bit adventurous here. What time have we got? Yeah, we'll see how we go with these, shall we? Let's bring up my next email here. That was Joel Awad. I think I saw this person here in the chat. It says it's producer Raph. Says, "Hey Pete, I've been watching your videos for about a year and I've learned a lot from your videos. Can you please listen to my beat?" I sure can. We're going to do that right in just a moment. I'll just download this one. Hello to Josephine de Smet, who is here in the chat. I just saw you pop up out of the corner of my eye there, just popping in to say hi. Hope you have a lovely weekend. You too, Josephine. Check out Josephine's channel. She does a lot of cool stuff about songwriting, music production as well. Definitely worth a look. If you while you wait for me to download this, just tap or click on Josephine. Go to subscribe to her channel because she shares a lot of cool stuff. Alrighty, let's bring up this one. We'll bring up the folder. It is not that one. That's the one we just listened to. This is the KSI Type Beat. Oh, it hasn't downloaded properly. Oi, oi, oi. Let's try this again. It's an M4A file, and my computer's saying, "No, I don't like that. I'm not going to download that one properly. You don't want to play that." I'm like, "I do. I totally do." Let's find it. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. So we'll open this one up. We'll get VLC player happening here, and we will bring the volume up. Here we go. This is yes, this is a beat that we're sharing here from producer Raph here on the channel where I turn my volume down before I finish speaking. Let's play this one now before I make any more mistakes. Here on Your Music Live. Very cool, very chilled beat, very, very nicely done. I was doing the admin, and then I just realized that, oh, you're doing a live show, Pete. You probably need to come back and actually talk about things, because that's the sort of music that I listen to. I love that kind of chilled, laid back, lo-fi, mellow kind of beat. It's the sort of stuff I listen to when I'm doing. If you've ever sent me an email, I'm probably listening to a tune just like that one while I'm responding to your email, while I'm paying the bills, while I'm doing my taxes, while I'm updating descriptions and tags on YouTube videos. That's the sort of stuff that I like. So very nicely done there. Let me just go back and find your email here. So yeah, producer Raph, thank you for sharing that one. I'm just going to put that in the description here. What was that? That was a KSI Type Beat. And that was a file. I don't mind if you share files like this. That's totally cool. It just means that we can't what am I trying to say? I can't link to it. So if you've got it on a SoundCloud or a YouTube or somewhere, that does make it easier because it just means that I can link to it and then other people can listen to it again and can listen to the whole tune, which is even cooler. Let's continue on here. Now, Johnny Vans has sent me, I think, Johnny, did I see you in the chat here? Now, you've done something pretty cool here, and I'm hoping you have permission to to do this. I'm sure you do. I'm sure you wouldn't do this, send this up. But you said, I was hoping you'd play a friend of mine's song. I have music, of course, but Preston Lambeth, Factory Floor is his music name, and a song that I think is so good, I think I will enjoy it, you will enjoy it. Self-produced, he's a good dude with a good heart and a lot of talent. Well, I like the fact that that you've gone out there and you've shared someone else's tune, and it is on YouTube here, so I'm assuming they won't mind if it's a YouTube link that we actually play it. If it was a private song, I would perhaps just double check first, but if it's on YouTube, I think we're good to go. Let's open this one up and we'll pause it so it doesn't start playing. So yeah, this is Factory Floor. Feels Like Home, an official lyrics video. You know I love me a lyrics video. And let's take a look and a listen to this one here. Factory Floor, Feels Like Home on Your Music Live.
Demons have come out today. I wake up to find them energized and antagonizing. A voodoo type of thing. Black candles kind of rage. The kind where I will lock the door with you and bathe in your sweat. Hold me down and steal my breath with pain. Call me things that would make an innocent young girl cry. Swim the darkness of my eyes. The absence of love is pain. The enemy of beauty vain. The narcissism coming through me whenever I speak to you. The absence of love is pain. The enemy of beauty vain. The narcissism coming through me whenever I speak to you. Whenever I speak to you. Feel the weight of my senses that take me in. Don't hide me.
Very cool indeed. Factory Floor, Feels Like Home. I'm definitely going to have to go and take another listen to that one after the show. I've subscribed and liked that one, so it'll go into my list of tunes and people to follow, because that is indeed very cool. And I'll just read a bit from the blurb here. It says, this is an emotional song about what it takes to trust someone with the darkest parts of ourselves. Being completely open is hard enough with the right person. Superficial love runs away or hides from the brokenness and pain of human existence. It makes us feel ashamed or insecure. Unconditional love scares the dark away. Sorry, I thought it was a short bit. There's a lot there. Jump over and listen to it. Definitely listen to that tune and support again, self-produced artists doing their thing here on Your Music Live, on Studio Live today. I like that. That a very Bush feel. Anyone like the band Bush from the 90s? Yeah, again, that sort of voice and that sort of, we've got a band here in Australia, Something for Kate, similar sort of sound, similar sort of feel, very emotive songs, very, very, again, not the sort of song that you listen to get yourself in a happy, vibed up mood before you go out, but yeah, really cool music for just, sitting, contemplating, thinking, hitting you in the feels, as we say. So very well done, very nicely done there. Enjoyed it. Bubba said it was smooth. Yes. Scott, emotional song for sure. Very good production. Yes, indeed. What have we got here? Professional stuff there. Yep. Ian Skegg says professional stuff. Quality track from Stu Cash. Tom Rochelle, you can hear the emotion in this one. Very powerful. Tono, very sad 90s type of vibe. Yeah, very well mixed. Dan Marino, amazing words. Really good. Agree with all that. Scott says emotional song. Already said that. Very good production. It's so emotional that I've said it twice. Very, very cool. Very good stuff. And thank you again for sharing that tune. We'll continue on. And where's my email? The email. Any Strong Bad fans around? No. Homestar Runner. Let's come back over here. We'll find what have we got? Oh, no. Can we get through these? We'll try. We'll see. We'll give it a red hot go, shall we? All right. So this is Yana Slim. It says, hey man, this is a song I wrote on my phone using FL Studio Mobile. I hope you like it. And it is a download again. So I'm going to download the tune here. I think I did already download this one before the show, but I better download again just to make sure I get and play the right one. Let's have a look here. You know what? I think I might have played the... So this is a song I played before, which I may have attributed to the wrong person, but it's definitely the same file. So I'm very sorry. Either you've shared the same thing twice, or I've played the wrong file for the wrong person. I probably did do that. I apologize for that. For both of you who I got it wrong for, please email me again and just tell me, and then I'll try and include an update in the future, because I think the tune I played, I might be able to fix this. So the tune I played before was that one, and the other one was actually this other one, this KSI Type Beat. So we've got the wrong artist the wrong way round with these couple, but if we play this one, we should be able to get it right. Again, this is unfortunately the challenge with having the files, is that it goes out of order, and then I play the wrong file, and Pete's an idiot. But that's all right. And he also just turned his fader down. Let's play this one here. This is the KSI Type Beat from producer Raph that I thought I played before. The one that I actually played before was the one that I was trying to play right now. So I apologize for all of that. But let's play this one. This is the KSI Type Beat from producer Raph. Sorry, I got that the wrong way around. Let's just play this one on Your Music Live.
Producer Raph.
Again, loving the tuned kick that we have in these. A lot of folks using that these days, and it's really good. It really does make a difference. It helps out. It gives you that additional bass in there with boom, 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 boom. Love that. Love that tune. So I apologize. We have flipped those around. So the tune that we played before, let's just get this right. So that one, the one that I played just then was the, down here, producer Raph with a KSI Type Beat, and the one that we played 2 songs ago was actually by Yan Asylum 490, which is the R Ocean Ambient, which was the ambient tune that we listened to 2 songs ago. So I apologize that I flipped those suckers around, but hopefully we've got it back in order now. Let me just update my thing here to make sure that this is the right way around. So producer Raph's KSI Type Beat, we'll just move that one down to here. And the one we heard before was this one here. Let's get it right here. Unasalam 490. And it was a Ocean Ambient Beat. There we go. All right, we're back on track. Whoever said that live had to be perfect? It's definitely not. Far from perfect. Soulrack M7 says pretty cool. Paul's Travel says, how do you tune a kick drum? So basically, how do you tune a kick drum? You change the tone. So it depends on the sample. There's a bunch of different ways that you can do it. You can grab the sample, bring it into another. There's a bunch of different apps on iOS, things like AnyTune. I know Jade Star, who's just joined us, uses EG Pulse to do this sort of thing. There's ways to actually just change that. So you get the sample, or you can actually load it into a sampler. So in GarageBand, we have the sampler. A lot of other digital audio workstations have a sampler, and that gives you the ability to tune and to change it. 1000 Watt says, 808 machine probably of some kind. Yeah, that's the other thing. You can obviously use a synth that has an 808 sound, and then you can just sort of move it around a bit like that. Cool Beat says, Dan Marino, absolutely. Enjoyed that one. Very, very much appreciated for you sharing. And thank you again, everyone, for being here. We're going to continue on now that I'm getting back into the groove of this. And I might have to move to just only accepting SoundCloud or YouTube or actual links, because clearly Pete can't get his stuff together when it comes to trying to work this stuff out. Let's move on. What have we got? 4 tracks left. I reckon we can get through these. I give myself 2 hours max. I think we can get through 4 tracks in 30 minutes. If we can't, I'm doing something super wrong. Blue Mask says, hey, we are Blue Mask. We will release this soon. We want to improve the video before. It's a pop. It's like pop with an EDM track. I hope you like it. I hope I like it too. Well, actually, I know I like it because I listened to it already. Spoiler! But yes, let's come in here and bring this one up again. This is, what was the name? Blue Mask. Blue Mask with their EDM track here. Let's listen to this one on Your Music Live.
That made you feel like I wasn't enough. Was it something I said that made you leave all love behind in the dust? I wish that you just call me and leave me a message saying we shouldn't end this today. I told you I was sorry for making a mess and complicating your head like I did. And I wanna go back and live 1,000 lifetimes with you. And I wanna escape this moment. It gets harder without you.
Very cool. How good is that? Nice video there, production to go along with it. But yeah, I like the production on that one for a number of reasons. It's an interesting progression. Like when you get to the chorus, the bit where you're building and rising and you're there and you're expecting it to like kick in, you just get that boom, 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 boom. And I really like that. Reminds me of that, there's a Katy Perry song, is it White Horse? I think, that does that. It builds and it just leaves you hanging. It just leaves you there where it doesn't ever quite kick in. There's no drop that's really satisfying. And that might sound negative, but it's not. It's actually really good because it keeps you going. It's like that constant tension building, and building tension in a song and in an arrangement and in a track is kind of highly underrated. I think it's actually a really good thing. Clearly really well produced. Love the vocals right there in the pocket. Production, bass sounds good, beat sounds good. I like it. What do you think? Let me know if you're watching here live. What did you think of that one from Blue Mask? I think it sounded super, super cool. Solrak says, pretty good, mixed, same as the other one. Good song for when you're on hold, when you call Apple support, or when you're driving. There you go, driving song. Tom Rochelle says, really great modern production, has a wide stereo field. Yeah, I was listening on the cans here, and was getting a bit of a wide field going on that one as well. Ian Skeggs, it sounds like a professional master track. Yeah, definitely has that professional polish, doesn't it? Absolutely. Thank you, Jade, for dropping the details here. There's a link down in the description, not a link, but details in the description of how you can share your music if you want to do exactly that. Righty dokie. Let's continue on. We've probably got a couple more tracks in us here. What did I say? 3 more to go. Let's see if we can get through these not get through, that sounds bad, but let's see if we can play and enjoy these final 3 tracks that we're going to go through here today. Let's come in here to Jay Scott. Says, hi Pete, loving your shows. It's Dan Marino. Dan Marino, you are here on your on here. Well, Jamie Scott is my name. Sorry if I've just exposed your secret identity, but you did put it in a YML email to me, so I'm assuming that that hopefully all is okay. Your identity's safe with us. You've only shared it with the Studio Live Today community. So this is Dan Marino here, and this is a tune, All in Your Mind. I've got an audio file here, so I'm just going to make sure that I play the right file, because if you're just joining me, I haven't had a great track record with that here today. I've been playing incorrect files. So we'll open this one. All in Your Mind is definitely the file. We'll open it up. We'll grab VLC player. Well, it's got the GarageBand logo, so that looks promising. So let's bring this one up here and take a listen. Dan Marino, who's always been on the channel here in these shows the last few weeks. Let's not start it yet. Don't see, VLC player got all excited. He wanted to play it. Dan Marino with his track here on Your Music Live. What a very cool tune. Thank you so much for sharing that one. I like that. That had a crowded house kind of vibe. I don't know whether it was the organ with the guitars and with the vocals, bit of a Neil Finn style vocal in there. But yeah, that just sounded really, really good. Nice and polished, nice mix. I think right at the start there was a little sort of synth thing there. I think that needs to come up in volume. I couldn't hear it at the very start. So maybe, again, just with the production side of it, a little bit more compression on some of those tracks and maybe some limiting on the final shared file just to really bring it up, make it pop. But in terms of the song, catchy tune, nice melodies, well played, well mixed, well produced. And thank you for sharing. And I've seen your name pop up on many live shows in recent times. So thank you greatly for your support. And it's great. Yeah, it's great to hear what people are producing. I see these names and I see people popping up and leaving comments and in the chat here on live shows. But to hear exactly what you're producing as well, it's very, very cool. So it kind of puts the music to the name as well. SM Borthwick says vocals could come up a tiny bit, but this has a great feel. Absolutely. 1000 Watts says very great. Tom Rochelle says I could hear this playing on a shopping mall in the 80s. Nice work, Dan. There you go. Maybe you should get into Stranger Things Series 3. That could be background music for it. Ian Skeggs says ocean color scene vibe. Yep. Zelda fan. Love the vibe. Definitely an indie feel. Very, very cool. Stu Cash, quality Dan. Vocals are mint. Absolutely. Love it. Awesome track from Noah. Great crowded house feel, says Jade. Yeah, we're on the same page there. LZ or LZ said that's good. Very, very cool. Ian Skeggs says you never know, I might send a raw track to you, Pete. Do it. Why not? Let's do it. Righty dokie. Let's continue. I've got 2 more tracks to get through today, and then we are going to put a fork in it. It's going to be done, so we'll be pushing up against that 2-hour mark, the maximum that I give myself. But again, there's just so much cool music that is coming through here that I want to play. So let's finish off. We've got 2 songs to go. We'll finish the penultimate song. Love that word, penultimate. Penultimate song is from Plastic. It's called Cold, Hard, Shiny from Plastic Man. It says it's a social commentary on how people perceive when they hear plastic. People assume it means fake when it's actually about molding yourself into who you want to be. I'm already intrigued, so I want to listen to this. Let's pop up this tune and get ourselves ready and set. So this is it is Plastic Man is the name of the band. That rhymes, and you know that rhymes. This is their tune called Cold, Hard, Shiny here on Studio Live today.
Just a hat, get money, down low, reach high, source code, cold, hard, shiny, yep, cold, hard, shiny, oh yeah, cold, hard, shiny, you know it, cold, hard, shiny, yeah, man, that dude hard, smelling like money, man, that dude hard, smelling like money. Smelling like money, man, that dude hard, smelling like money, pretty cheap.
Very cool. So such an eclectic mix of quality music being shared here, which is what I love. That's just goes to show you can produce music, any genre. You can do it all yourself, self-produced. Everyone, I think pretty much everyone we shared here today has been self-recorded, self-written, self-produced, and that's the sort of quality result that you can get. So Cold, Hard, Shiny from Plastic Man. I hope you enjoyed that one. I'm going to hit the subscribe button there and hit the like button on that tune. I'll throw it here in the description, in the description of the video that you're watching. So if you do want to go back and you want to check out any of these tunes, you can do that. So that's Plastic Man. Oh no, I'm typing. Like I'm listening to a guy type. Cold, Hard, Shiny. And there's the link to that one. Cool. So let's see what folks had to say about that one and the production. Dan Marino says, fab lyrics, very dirty and grimy. Yeah, absolutely. Noah AG says, sounds professional. Jade Star, on the OBS today, Pete? Absolutely, yeah, Jade. I'm using OBS to get the decent quality audio. StreamYard just does not do justice. I'm not playing people's music if it's going to mix them down to mono. MACN says, not my kind of music, but I like the vibe. Very cool. Solrack says, pretty cool. On the chorus, you have to match the auto tune with the beat because it was throwing to a different note. Yeah, that little bit of the tuning in that chorus did actually throw to a different note. I did notice that, so thanks for picking up on that. Tom Rochelle, like the futuristic imagery, which matches the sound. Very nice. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, really, really good stuff. Yeah, again, I'm speechless because it's so cool because I like the different styles that we share here. And I know, here's the thing, not many people, I'm surprised that people haven't been critical. I was expecting more criticism for people to say, Pete, you need to tear these songs apart. You need to be more critical. You need to say all the things that are wrong and help people by learning what they're doing wrong. I'm like, yeah, but I think music is about appreciating what's good about a track as well and being like, here's what you need to keep because here's what you're doing really well. And what I try to do is pull out one, maybe two things to work on. I think, and it's probably my background in like coaching and being a leader in like other parts of my life, like in business, is that I've worked out that the way to get the best out of people and music and everything that I've found is not to go, if you give too much feedback, it actually makes it hard because you go into overwhelm, or the person you're providing feedback goes into overwhelm. It affects their confidence. It affects their ability to produce good music. If you find, and it's not the old turd sandwich thing where you have to say one nice thing, one nice thing, one terrible thing, and one nice thing, just so that you soften the bad thing at the middle. No. But do find something that works well that people can build on. You don't even have to say that's perfect. Just say that's really good. That's the sort of thing you should do more of. It's almost like the keep, stop, start. So yep, keep doing that sort of thing. I'm not loving this thing that you're doing here. I think you can do something different there. And have you thought about adding something else? So maybe we'll use that in future, or use the old keep, stop, start as my feedback method for everything. We'll see how we go. Alrighty. Scott says, great series, Pete. Very cool and much respect, providing a platform for everyone to share their music and hear feedback. And that's what it's all about, is to share music, hear feedback. We are all going to get better together. That's the only way to improve and to grow. I honestly believe that practice makes progress. And the more you practice, the more you produce music, the more you share your music and get feedback, the more you're going to know what's working well, what's not working well, and what you need to work on. So we have reached the end of today's show. We've got one more track that we're going to play here. So let me just come in and find that one. And it's good timing that Jade Star is here for this one, because Jade is going to share. Well, I'm going to share a tune from. So last week we shared something from Utensils, one of Jade's projects. This one is called "It's Over," and it was originally recorded for an independent Aussie zombie film called Terror by Night, as a collaboration between herself and Lewis Rogers. It's about the dead eyes of a lover who is cheating with another person and thinks they're getting away with it, but they are not. Yeah, there you go. So let's bring this one up. We'll open it up in the new window, because Jade, being Jade, has got a pretty epic video to go along with this one. So this is going to be our final track of this week's Your Music Live. I'll be back after this one just to close off and to say goodbye, and to, do all those shilly promotional things that I do at the end of each show, and tell you where to go to support, tell you where you can go to support me and support the channel. But for now, let's listen to this one from Jade Star, Dread Circus. This one's called "It's Over."
Drained inside out, crumble and dissolve. Chase the salt and lick the open wound. Intentional illusions, qualified by silence. No time for goodbyes. Erase your lies, zombie
I had to do it. You knew I had to play right up to that part, Jade, because I knew that that would take folks by surprise. Very, very cool. It's Over, Jade Star, Dread Circus on Your Music Live. What do you think of that one? Yeah, you should definitely go and listen to the whole track. Check out Jade's channel. If you haven't already, Jade is not only one of our moderators here on Studio Live today, not only played drums on 4 of the 5 tracks on my last EP, not only produces all of her own amazing stuff and has her own amazing channel where she's doing a how-to app series at the moment, but is also just a stand-up person who I happen to like a lot. So there you go. Support the people who support Studio Live today, and support those creating great music and great things here. We are nearing the end here on this one. Let's see what folks had to say about that one. Love it. Where are we here? So Scott says, Jade, you're awesome, and not saying that because you're here. It's been good to follow your How to App series. Yeah, there you go. Enjoying that. Dan Marino says, yes, Brill. And Jade says all those screens were done after sucking helium from a balloon, which is interesting side note and something to know about that. SM Borthwick, worth waiting for the Screams top track. Andrew Reynolds, very retro. Love the imagery, works great with this track. Should be on a film soundtrack. Well, there you go, Andrew. That was exactly what Jade said. It was written for a film. At the start. Baba says, bravo. Ian Skeggs, pretty scary. I know. Can you imagine if that was in a movie and you were just like kicking along, like just, yeah, kicking in with that. Very cool. I should put it forward to the Walking Dead producers. Yes, there you go. Stu Cash, great production. Russ is here. Hello. Tom Rochelle says, it's fantastic. Bravo, Jade. Love the video ink effects too. Yeah, it looked very, very cool. Louis says, great vocals and video. And Paul says, unrelated, but what's that guitar in the back? I never get my left and right when I'm looking in like the mirror image there. So that's my Martinez Ovation. His name is Jose. I've been warming him up because I'm going to be using him to play some tracks tomorrow. I'm doing a live set on my happy hour show. The happy hour just won't die. I keep saying this will be the last week of the happy hour, but I've decided I enjoy it too much. So tomorrow I'm going to do a by request happy hour. So I'm going to set up here. I'm going to play some tunes. If people want to request one, I'm going to see if I can learn and play them on the fly. If I don't know them, or hopefully people will ask for songs that I already know how to play, or at least have a bit of an idea about. But we'll see. We'll see how we go. Yeah, thank you for being here, everybody. I appreciate you. We are nearing the 2 hour mark, so I'm going to have to call it at that one. What you can do though is, if you want to find out more information, you can head over to studiolivetoday.com. There you'll find all sorts of things. You'll find out when I'm live, so I'll be back live again tomorrow with home studio Q&A. That's going to be the first show, and then the happy hour show, and then on what is Monday morning for me and Sunday afternoon or evening for you folks, Garage Band Weekly, where we'll be talking about all things Garage Band. Thank you again to the wonderful folks who support me over at patreon.com/PeteJohns, all my patrons there. You folks rock. I really appreciate you. And for everyone else who supports me by watching videos, by commenting, by liking, by subscribing, by doing all those good YouTube things, that all really helps me too. If you're in the market for gear, head over to studiolivetoday.com/gear. That's my gear guide where you can pick up all the stuff that I use. And if you make purchases there, they break off a little chunk and send it my way. And I've got some brand new merch. In fact, I'm going to show you this before we finish up because I think it looks kind of cool. So I'm going to just jump over. I'm going to go to studiolivetoday.com/merch. That's where we go to check out my merchandise store. And I forget who it was who said, Paul. I think Paul's Travels. You said that you've just bought one of the t-shirts here. So if you go to studiolivetoday.com/merch, again, yes, it's not a huge range of stuff. They do come in different colors. So we've got the classic t-shirt here, which is the classic Studio Live Today logo t-shirt there. That comes in a range of colors there. You can see you got your blue. I actually have this one, the sort of British racing green, which actually looks kind of cool, I think. You got more of a gray kind of color going on there. And the purple, I've seen the purple. Someone bought one of those a few weeks ago. They look epic, the purple. So that is what you can do there. And the brand new one, I know I'm a little bit late on Pride Month here, but I wanted to make this one because I think it just looks cool. I'm actually going to order one of these for myself as a sample. But I'm a bit selfish with this stuff. But this is the, there you go, the Studio Live Today rainbow logo. It's a slightly smaller logo, so it's not sort of taking up a lot of it. And yeah, we got the little rainbow of the little, what do you call that? It looks like a Wi-Fi symbol, doesn't it? It's part of the logo. So all of those are under $20 US to pick up. I don't normally do a lot of this sort of shilling my merchandise stuff. It's always there at studiolivetoday.com/merch. But if you do want to support the channel and help us to keep doing the things that we're doing here, you can head on over there and check it out. Thank you folks for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. Keep creating. Have a great weekend. And I'll see you again real soon. Cheers.